Bam! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sherpa Live channel where I read you that crypto news. We got a couple of news articles for you today, but as the title says, MetaMask is helping bank the unbanked. Now, how are they doing it? It is through their partnership with MasterCard. They're going to give people some debit, Visa cards that they can load up with cryptos and use it anywhere they like, and then they won't trade their crypto assets until it gets converted into that moment. But yeah, let's go through these couple of these articles I got for you, and yeah, let's learn some stuff. So here we go. First up's coming from Cointelegraph, and MetaMask launches pilot self-custody debit card with MasterCard. More than 1 billion individuals remain unbanked or lack adequate access to banking services, according to a 2022 data from the World Bank. So I guess people out there are still unbanked, and that was what crypto was all about, to help bank the unbanked. Like, you don't need a bank to transfer assets anymore. It's like, that's what Bitcoin's for. So yeah, let's go through this article. Popular decentralized finance wallet MetaMask has partnered with MasterCard and digital payments company Banks to launch a self-custody debit card pilot program for select users in the United Kingdom and the European Union, with plans to roll out the product in other regions over time. Now, the card allows users to self-custody their funds until the moment the transaction is processed and the customer's digital assets are converted into fiat for payment at the retail outlets, online shopping outlets, and other merchants out there. Now, how does this all work? Well, in a statement to Cointelegraph, Lorenzo Santos, senior product manager at Consensus, explained that users need to hold their crypto on the Linea network and use Linea to set spending limits on the card. Santos also outlined how transactions would be processed from start to finish. According to Consensus Executive, when a MetaMask card is swiped, an on-chain transaction is created, sending tokens from the user's wallets to the Crypto Life smart contract. Now, this allows the transaction to be authorized by the point-of-sale system used by the merchant accepting the card, and the conversion from crypto to fiat is handled by this smart contract. Finally, the payment is finalized over the MasterCard's payment network. Customers will also have the option of choosing which crypto asset will be used for the payment, and users will also have their choice of where they want to store their keys. So again, at least it's self-custody, not your keys, not your coins. I always remember that. But yeah, banking the unbanked. While the new MetaMask pilot is currently restricted to the European markets, the initiatives like this can potentially bring banking services to the world's unbanked population and streamline crypto payments for individuals living in high inflationary environments. Simon Jones, chief commercial officer at Banks, told Cointelegraph that with 1.2 billion people in the world officially unbanked, we are working towards a vision where anybody with a mobile phone can access financial services. Using new technologies, financial inclusions for all is our goal. Now, the head of Nigeria's Securities and Exchange Commission, Imomotimi Agama, recently noted that the potential for digital assets to extend banking services to the country's 38 million unbanked adults. According to Chainalysis, cryptocurrencies accounted for 9% of the $5.4 billion in remittances sent to Venezuela in 2023, and the percentage of the remittances sent to the South American nation has grown every year since 2018. Except for 2020. That year was by COVID-19 and the widespread discrepancy across financial reporting figures. Now, Argentina is another example where population is turning to crypto assets to a sidestep to the staggering 276% inflation rate affiliating with their local currency. So yeah, so that's how MetaMask is planning to help bank the unbanked out there. So good on you. But yeah, people still out there are unbanked, which is still crazy to think. Crypto's been around for so long. We have cell phones and everything, but I guess people are just still slowly rolling into it. But yeah, so that's our first news article for you. Let's move on to our next one, which is coming from the Bitcoinist. And Bitcoin is a reservoir of power, says U.S. Senator, that he said in a bold speech. Now, which senator? It is Senator Ted Cruz. So let's go through this article. Senator Ted Cruz described Bitcoin as a reservoir of power at the Texas Blockchain Council. He said that mining Bitcoin can strengthen Texas's grid during extreme weather. That really can. Like, I've covered multiple of these articles where we saw Texas would have either a cold front or a heat stroke, or a heat storm, heat stroke. Yeah, heat stroke is something you get from the heat. But no, it's like people are trying to use excess energy. They're turning on their AC units or they're turning on their heaters, doing whatever they can to stay warm or cool, and then next thing I know, power shuts off because the grid just got overloaded. But let's say you have a mining farm out there, which we know Bitcoin does take a lot of energy, but you can just shut off those miners. It's not doing anything to the blockchain at all. So you can just shut off those miners and then push all that excess energy that was being used to mine them to all these homes out there. We've seen it help out in many times, but he is not wrong there. So this is not the first time you heard about it, but maybe it is for you. But according to Cruz, when traditional energy sources cannot keep up with the demand, Bitcoin might be a much needed safety net for that eventually. Now, against this backdrop with respect to energy infrastructure of Texas, Cruz's vision regarding Bitcoin works as a new approach towards mitigating such issues. Here is a tweet from Lee Bratcher. The Texas Blockchain Council is proud to endorse Senator Ted Cruz. Senator Cruz broke into a crowd of over 150 people today at the Core Scientific Denton Bitcoin mining data center. He talked about Bitcoin as a tool for ensuring freedom and mining as a tool for grid stability. There he is up there. Now, resilience in energy and Bitcoin mining. Cruz believes that crypto mining can ultimately help stabilize the grid of Texas. The state has been slammed by extreme weather over the last 2 years, eventually causing power failures and disruptions. In such crisis situations, renewable energy sources can sometimes fall short. Now, the senator claims Bitcoin mining can adjust operators' energy consumption to meet grid demands. If the grid experiences a demand surge, miners just cut off for a few hours and shift electricity to homes and hospitals. Therefore, this shutdown feature can secure power and avert blackouts out there. And is this a little video? We won't play, or can we? Let's see.
Bitcoin is a reservoir of power. In a recent speech for the Texas Blockchain Council, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz.
Yeah, that's just probably reading the title of it. But many in the Texas energy industry find resonance in the senator's remarks. The Texas Blockchain Council, a group that is pushing for the development of Bitcoin and blockchain technology, has wholeheartedly endorses Cruz's re-election campaign. Now, they see his advocacy for Bitcoin as a means to propel Texas to the forefront in both energy innovation and cryptocurrencies. Cruz believes that with Texas's vast reserves in terms of energy and its desire to forge ahead economically, it can step up the challenge by placing Bitcoin mining with the energy landscape. And yeah, now how is this helping the economic growth and the creation of jobs? Well, with the low electricity prices in Texas combined with very friendly laws, they have made the state a destination of choice for digital currency mining. A number of large-scale miners operating that have attracted investments and created jobs that exist in the state. Now, Cruz argues that Bitcoin is going to further establish the Lone Star State as a tech-forward hub. Cruz intends to keep Texas at the forefront of his development industry since the crypto sector has a large potential for employment and development. Now, his plans chimes in with a greater American trend in which states are vying for a spot in the highly evolving space of digital assets. That is because to date, many legislators are fast realizing that Bitcoin can be an enabler of economic growth as it takes off in popularity. Now, this is a new era for energy and cryptocurrency. Cruz's comments on Bitcoin gives a glimpse into the future as Texas sorts out energy matters. Now, if crypto mining is taken to be an agile and responsive energy customer, then it would benefit Texas to take advantage of digital currencies, financial prospects, while also ensuring the grid resilience. So yeah, so again, that is what Ted Cruz had to say about it, but I've been saying it too all the time. Like, this is such a great, Bitcoin is just awesome for everything. It helps bank the unbanked, it helps stabilize the energy grid, and it keeps things real and true. There's no line in Bitcoin. It's true freedom currency out there. It's on its own blockchain. It's only been down like 0.001%. It's only one time in its history that had like a little downside to it. But people are going, oh, Bitcoin went down one time. It's like, wait, what? That one time, like a or I don't even really know the true story behind that one. I just know it's like a 99.9999% uptime rate. So it's like, that's what you're worried about. But no, Texas and Bitcoin, like, it's going to be great. And also, we're getting a crypto club out there too soon. I think we're working on Dallas. I think we're scouting locations now. So yeah, that's going to be like our fourth crypto club out there. I know probably St. Louis is going to come before that. But no, we're just spreading the word and just educating the cities and states about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But that is our Texas news for you. Let's move on to our next article. Next up is about, Telegram, Ton, whatever that coin is on the Telegram blockchain, not Telegram blockchain, the chat app out there is starting to make a lot of lately. I think I've heard Modern Investor talk about it, saying like there's not much news ever going on with them, but I don't know. It's like the third one I've seen within a month. But let's go over it. This one's coming from Decrypt, and Telegram launches a new way for creators to earn TON tokens. Now you can send reactions to content creators on the app, which can then be converted into crypto. Interesting. Let's see how this all works. The messaging app Telegram is becoming even more crypto-focused after announcing a feature that allows creators to earn TON coin, the native cryptocurrency of the open network. Now, the app's developers said on Wednesday that users can now send reactions in stars, an off-chain in-app currency tied to TON. Now, to content creators and channels, and then those stars can be then converted back into TON. And if they are receiving the stars don't want TON, then they can just use them to pay for advertising and whatnot. Interesting. Now, both Telegram and the independently operated Open Network are working to turn the messaging app, which has nearly 1 billion users worldwide, and according to data from Telegram, into a crypto-friendly platform with a spin-off of mini apps. The announcement noted that the channel operators will receive 100% of the stars, whether they ultimately decide to convert them to TON or use them to pay for ads. It added that those who send stars had to pay for them to begin with via a paid reaction function on the app. Now, TON is the 9th biggest digital asset with a market cap of $17.7 billion, according to CoinGecko, and its price currently stands at $7.04 after rising 9% in the past 10 days. Now, the Open Network was originally created within Telegram itself, but the company abandoned the project in 2020 following a U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuit. Now, independent developers continue to build out the network, however, which has grown in prominence over the last year due to crypto games and other apps. Now, Telegram has since embraced TON on its platform, integrating the cryptocurrency in various ways around its advertising efforts, but Telegram does not run the TON network. Other features on the platform include being able to send users Bitcoin and USDT. Such features were not conceived by the Telegram itself. So I guess that's a new way to earn some TON tokens. But if you're in the US, I do not believe you can get the in-app wallet on there. I've tried. You had to get another like Web3 wallet. Like, which one was it? Do I have that on this guy? Well, let's see. BNB Chain, Eternal, MetaMask, vWorld, Rose. Nah, it must be on my Brave browser because I'm showcasing Chrome right now. But no, so that is the Telegram news for you, how you can earn it, but pretty interesting concept. Yeah, send a star, which is like a Lira 0, convert that back into TON coin. Feels like they're kind of going to do that with Bitcoin, like give people sats and then convert that back. Or you don't even need to convert that. Satoshi is Bitcoin. It's just the smallest unit of it. But I feel like that's going to be happening with all social media platforms, and even eventually just even sending emails, letters, just whatever it takes to help stop spamming and bots out there. Because can you imagine that if you wanted to send like an advertisement, you need to pay Satoshis for it? And like which kind of advertisement or spam bot out there, scammer, whoever it is going to actually spend the money to get these fake ads? Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I think it's a nice little step towards like solving that issue from just scammers. But that is the Telegram news. So if you want to go earn some stars, start posting on there and tell people to give you a star. All right, let's move on. What's going on? Looks like we got some Ethereum news. I think yesterday I covered how we were seeing like the lowest gas fees ever recorded, but now we're also seeing a new record happen on the layer 2. This one's coming from Crypto Potato, and Ethereum layer 2 network set a new record with 12.42 million daily transactions. So yeah, the base network dominates Ethereum layer 2 with 3.6 million transactions alone. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. And that looks good enough. Now, Ethereum's layer 2s are bustling with activity. The latest data suggests that the ecosystem has reached a new record for daily transaction volume. In fact, these networks were also found to hold now more stablecoins than Solana and Binance Chain combined. Now, the Ethereum layer 2's ecosystem's growth. According to the stats compiled by Grow the Pie, the daily transactions across Ethereum's layer 2 ecosystem reached 12.42 million on August 12th, setting a new peak. Now weighing on the new milestone, Leon Wademan, head of research at the On-Chain Foundation, also said that the figure highlights the rapid advancements in scalability, potentially driving user engagement to new heights. Furthermore, Grow the Pie reported a 140% increase in daily transactions in the Layer 2 ecosystem year to date. And it's important to note that the analytics platform only includes users or smart contract executive transactions, excluding the system transactions. Now, the Coinbase incubated Layer 2 blockchain base significantly contributed to this growth, surpassing 4 million transactions in July alone. This figure has now come down to 3.6 million. But Base has consistently managed to outperform Arbitrum and becoming the Ethereum Layer 2 network with the most transactions since early July. Now, currently, Arbitrum's transactions figure stands above 1.85 million, followed by the Optimism with around $476,000. Now, let's talk about the stablecoin and wallet activity on there. Now, Grow the Pie further revealed the Layer 2 network in the Ethereum ecosystem now surpasses both Solana and Binance Chain in stablecoin holdings, with 150% more stablecoins than Solana and 94% more than BSC. Additionally, Layer 2s are also showing an edge in unique wallet activity, boasting over 4% more activity addresses than Solana on a 7-day rolling average. Let me turn that up. My buddy's going to be texting me like no other. Now, this combination of a larger stablecoin supply and increased wallet activity suggests a growing trust in Layer 2 solutions. These findings raise questions about investor sentiment and whether they are potentially overvaluing Solana or undervaluing Layer 2s. Interestingly, Layer 2's fully diluted valuation peaked around the time of the EIP 4844, which nearly $95 billion, exceeding Solana's FDV at the time, but has since decreased to $31 billion, now smaller than Solana's. So yeah, so Base is beating out is it Base? No, it's Ethereum Layer 2s are beating Solana and Binance Chain and stablecoin networking. So it just makes sense to. I think that's where USDT started, same with USDC. And yeah, more people are starting to use the Base. But if you didn't know what Layer 2s were really meant for, was they were created to lower the gas fees of Ethereum because we saw how expensive they used to be. So, but with the fees being so low right now, it kind of made sense that nobody would be, or not too many people would be doing activity right now in the Layer 2s. But I guess they are, and they're setting new peaks and new highs, so way to go. But that is that news article for you. Do I got 2 or 3 more? I don't know, but let's just continue on with the news. All right. Oh, no, government, why? Why do you keep doing this so close to election time? But yep, they did it again. They moved some Bitcoin. Where do they move it to? I don't know. Are they selling it? Are they just moving to a new wallet? Let's find out. This article is coming from Cointelegraph, and the U.S. government moves 10,000 Bitcoin. The United States government is currently the largest geopolitical holder of Bitcoin, with 203,000 Bitcoin under the control of the U.S. Now, it's a sinking ship for sure, but I guess they're calling it sinking ship Silk Road, so this must be just some cryptocurrency that they got from there. But again, Trump said he didn't want to move it or sell it. It's like, we're going to keep every single thing we got, and they better, because, again, I keep saying in multiple videos in the past, even today, it's like there's not that much supply. Like, they say they want to own like 4% of it, but there's not that much in circulation. And like, once it's all gone, I bet people are really going to be hodling onto it. So with them just moving it, it's just getting more out in the circulation. It's going to be harder for them to acquire, but that is also good too for us, because we don't want them to have too much control of it. But no, okay, let's learn a little bit more about this and see where they're moving it to. The United States government shifted roughly 10,000 Bitcoin to a wallet address ending in the letters NOE on August 14th, 2024 at around 15:38:31 UTC time, according to data from Arkham Intelligence. Now, according to the on-chain and analytics firm, the funds were seized during the Silk Road raid and are currently valued at $593.91 million. This marks the latest high-profile transfer of the United States government's Bitcoin holdings, with the previous transfers of 29,800 Bitcoin, valued at nearly $2 billion, sent from the U.S. government's wallet to an unknown address on July 29th. Here is that transaction that took place, and this is from Arkham's intelligence source, but you can easily find this on the Bitcoin blockchain explorer itself. Just zoom on into it, copy the address, put it in there, and now you know that address is wallet. If you want to keep an eye on it, that's how you do it. Bitcoin's public and anybody can view it. But the U.S. government currently holds roughly 203,000 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $12 billion at the time of writing. But the United States government's largest geopolitical holder of BTC. The $12 billion in Bitcoin holdings indicates that the U.S. government is the largest geopolitical holder of the Bitcoin. Now, a theme that has been repeatedly touched on by 2024 presidential candidate Donald Trump. Trump has previously promised not to sell any of the U.S. government's Bitcoin holdings if elected, and told audiences at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Tennessee, that he would establish a strategic Bitcoin stockpile if he manages to secure presidency. Now, on the other occasion, the 2024 presidential candidate has hinted at using Bitcoin to pay off the government's $35 trillion national debt. Now, because of this move, there is causing fears of market dump, which I think we have seen in the price today, which is at $59,000. So yeah, we're just hovering right there. But even with the slightest indication that a large Bitcoin whale such as the government is about to dump vast quantities of the decentralized asset, it is enough to send markets tumbling. Earlier in July 2024, crypto markets responded negatively to the news of the German government selling its Bitcoin holdings as fear, uncertainty, and doubt gripping its investors. And that's what we call FUD. See, F in the fear, U in uncertainty, and doubt. So if you ever hear us say FUD, that's because that's what we're referring to. But the German government ended up selling 50,000 Bitcoin, valued at roughly $2.9 billion at the time, and currently still holds 0.007 Bitcoin, according to that data from Arkham Intelligence. Now, this sell-off has since become somewhat of a joke to analysts and crypto pundits, who point out that the German government just lost $124 million in profits by selling its holdings by July 13, 2024, and not waiting for prices to rebound on higher levels. Now, it is going to be an ongoing joke for anybody who's like moving, selling their Bitcoin at these times. Like, now, like every year we always celebrate the Bitcoin Pizza Day, where the guy spent like 20,000 Bitcoin. Is that how much it was, or 12,000 Bitcoin on 2 Papa John's pizzas? Like, it's just the ongoing joke now. Like, at first it was amazing. It's like, yes, Bitcoin made it realistic, but now as we see Bitcoin's true potential going on right now, it's becoming a big joke on like oh man, why did I sell it at that time? So all these people are going to be regretting it in a couple of years. So just keep hodling and stacking those sats. But that is the U.S. government moves 10,000 Bitcoin news for you. Let's move on to this is an interesting one. Okay, I'll name off the title right now. This article is coming from Decrypt. And South Korean civil servant charged with embezzling $400,000 to buy crypto. The civil servant is accused of misappropriating approximately 600 million won in a government funds of over a 7-year period. So, this man's been stealing some money from the government to buy Bitcoin. I don't know why I laugh at these articles, but they tickle my fancy. But let's go through this article. A South Korean civil servant has been charged with allegedly embezzling over $400,000 from the government funds and using some of it to invest in cryptocurrencies. According to Yonhap news agency report, the Cheongju District Prosecutor's Office announced that they had arrested and charged an unnamed grade 6 civil servant working at Cheongju City Hall. The accused, in their 40s, is accused of misappropriating approximately 600 million won, or around $438,000, over a 7-year period beginning in January of 2017. Prosecutors state that a portion of these funds was used to purchase cryptocurrencies and trade stocks. According to the indictment, the civil servant is in question and oversaw student work placements and support projects for the North Korean defectors settling in Cheongju, and is accused of forging official documents to facilitate the embezzlement of the public funds. Now, prosecutors have taken action to recover the alleged stolen assets, and a spokesperson for the Cheongju District Prosecutor's Office stated that they have seized property and assets, including apartments and vehicles, in an attempt to recoup the funds. The prosecution stated that their intention is to build a comprehensive case. Now, a prosecutor's office spokesperson promised that the team will ensure our case has no loopholes so that the defendant is given a sentence appropriate to the nature of his crime. Now, the report follows the South Korean Financial Service Commission inaugural law to protect crypto investors coming into force last month. Now, this law aims to protect investors following high-profile incidents such as the Terra Luna crash and FTX's collapse. Now, embezzlement of funds by the law enforcement has long history and has been made more complex with the introduction of crypto. And Mo Jeon, head of investigations at compliance provider AML Bot, told Decrypt that officers working on the Silk Road case were also convicted of stealing Bitcoin from the site during the investigation. It's mentioned that in the very famous book, Tracers in the Dark, he said embezzlement involving cryptocurrencies by police officers is a growing concern for sure, but given the circumstance, I believe a large number of these cases go undetected. Artem Igrabov, smart contract trigger, and Immunify added that even law enforcement is able to track ill-gotten funds, and it can be difficult to actually seize them. So yeah, you can track them, but it might be hard to actually get a hold of them. But a powerful forensic tools focused on cryptocurrency tracing, like chain analysis and elliptic, can significantly boost effectiveness of law enforcement. He said, however, in order to seize of stolen funds, the government will need assistance from its owners of close financial data like centralized exchanges and other exchanges out there. Now let's go over a little more news about South Korea and crypto. South Korea has seen a number of crypto-related cases involving civil servants recently. In November 2022, a high-ranking South Korean civil servant was also photographed trading Dogecoin on his phone during an official meeting. In March, a Seoul civil servant was arrested for crypto fraud and voice phishing attacks. Ooh. And voice phishing. Like, what was that? What would that be considered? I feel like that's more where you have like an AI pretending to be somebody, and then they get you to send over their C phrase. Oh, we need this much Bitcoin. But there's tons of different crypto scams out there. Just be aware of what they are, what they look like, so you don't fall for them. But also in January 2024, an international manhunt was launched, resulting in an arrest of an employee of South Korea's National Health Insurance Corporation. And in the Philippines, he was charged with embezzling around $3.5 million, converting the proceeds to crypto and fleeing to live a life of luxury at a resort in the country. Yeah, so I guess some people might get away with it, but don't take that chance, guys. Don't do it. You got to leave everything behind, so it's not going to be worth it. If you have family, friends, like, can you really leave them? Never be in contact, just hide away. I couldn't do that. I got too many morals to do that. So yeah. But no, that's the South Korean civil servant news for you. How they embezzled some money over the 7 years, and now he's going to be probably facing some charges. But is that it for the news we got for you? I think so. That was the last one. Yeah, not much stuff has been happening. Just still been a very, very busy day here at the Crypto Club. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. I always like showing you off that at the end of these videos. And yes, we are at a 55 right now. So again, people are getting greedy. They're getting a little bit more comfortable. This really isn't showing the price of Bitcoin or the fluctuations there. This is just showing the emotions of people. And if you know how a person reacts to it, then you can kind of make a better judgment. So again, when people are greedy, the market might be due for a correction. But when we are fearful, that is a good time to buy. So when this gets a really high, you may want to be holding on a little bit. But again, how long could these bars last? Like, I think I would have to go back and look at the charts. I used to cover the news articles, read them, look at the Fear and Greed Index. And yeah, we can be in the super greedy territory for some time, like even a full year. So it's just like, it's a gamble. Like, when do you want to pull up? You don't know. Just be aware that there will be a correction. So yeah, that is all the news I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I also got to upload a bunch of others. I literally just finished yesterday's videos yesterday. Now we're going to work on these ones. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow at 5 o'clock, hopefully on time. I know I've been a couple of minutes late, but yeah, I'm working on it. So until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.